Hello and welcome. I'm trying to talk quietly because I don't have much of a voice, but I wanted to kick off the vlog. It is Sunday, July? What? It's not even June. May the 25th. And I want to start the vlog with everything that I want to read for this week to kind of get me ready for June. And really, I can kind of do whatever I want. There's only one book that is for her kid that I do not have on a June TBR, and it is Seeds of War. I'll put it up here. It is large, 500 or to 600 pages. I can't remember, 500 or 600, a lot. I just realized I have it written right here. It's 559 pages. So that I need to work on. My father's daughter is also over here. I need to work on that. That's only available on the Kindle. And that was my country pick for May. And so I would like to finish it in May. It doesn't really matter. That is my own thing that I made for myself. So that's not for anything. And then the next saga that I need to read, which is a graphic novel. I'm not going to put a picture up because, I will put a picture of the specific issue that I'm reading, but I have the big omnibus book. So that's what I'm reading. So anyway, as you can see, I am sick. Again, I keep getting these sinus infections when the weather shifts, and it just takes my voice completely away. So I don't know. This is the second time now that I've had it in a year, I guess. Okay, so those three books are my priorities for this week. However, because today is the 25th of May, we also had the game, the TBR Trail, Tales from Two Trails, Kim at Expedition Through the Pages. Wow, made a game. I'm on the team that is the Centaurs, and we got 6 prompts today. Now, the good news is 4 of those prompts I am already going to be completing with books that I'm planning to read in June. However, there are 2 books that I couldn't get. My TBR wouldn't work. One of them was a country pick, and the first country that we got was Fiji. And then the other one was a continent pick, and the continent we got was Antarctica. So I found a book called How the Penguins Saved Veronica that is apparently about an old lady who lives by herself, and she decides that she wants to help save the penguins in Antarctica. So she heads out. So I'm excited about what that is going to end up being. It sounds like it's going to be really cute, and I was able to get it on Libby really quickly. So I'm going to start listening to that one tonight. And then the other book for Fiji, I don't know what this one is, but it's called Fiji, and then the subtitle says Around the World in 80 Men. And I didn't even read the synopsis. This is book 63, I guess, out of 80. So I was like, yes, it's on Kindle Unlimited. It's like 130 pages. So yes, I will get it. So I got it on Kindle Unlimited. So if we're keeping track this week, I would like to read 2 books on audio. One of them is really long, 500 and something pages. The other one is just like 200 and something pages, so not super long. And then I have 3 things to read on Kindle or physical. 1 physical, 2 Kindle. So that is my plan for the week. I'm going to check in with y'all. I have a very chill week. My problem is I am still prepping videos for when I'm gone, and part of prepping those videos is filming them. Well, you might guess that I cannot film videos if this is how I sound. I'm doing this for y'all because you're special. I just really wanted to kick this vlog off and talk about my week and what I had planned. Otherwise, there's not a lot of stuff. I'm working out 4 days this week. I just changed my schedule to 4 workouts a week instead of 2 like I was doing. And so we'll see how that goes. I went hiking yesterday with Ron, and we hiked 8 miles, and I can barely move my legs right now. So we'll also see how tomorrow is going to go at the gym. I did tell my trainer, like, can we please do upper body, because my lower body is destroyed from hiking yesterday. I will put up a a couple of pictures right now of our hike or little videos of it. I know I've been complaining about there being no trees here in North Dakota, but it turns out you just have to go almost to Canada to find the trees. We went so far north that our cell phones, in the middle of the hike, our cell phones went off and said, "Welcome to Canada." And Ron was like, "Did we cross the line?" I was like, "There's no way that's happening." So, no, we didn't. But we got close enough that our phones thought we were in Canada. So, and the trees were beautiful. And it was so hilly. And I was like, why are there so many hills? I thought North Dakota was also flat. So we found the one spot in North Dakota that had hills and it had trees. And they were beautiful birch trees and everything was so green. And I loved it so much. But because of all that, I can't walk very well, and my throat is completely gone. My voice is gone. So I have huge plans for June that I want to talk to y'all about as we go through the rest of this week. But for right now, that's my plan. I'm going to read How the Penguins Saved Veronica, and I will check in with y'all. Literally, the only thing on my to-do list for tomorrow outside of this house is to go work out. So maybe I do a ton of reading for the next couple of days till my voice gets back to normal. I don't know. Maybe I do all my reading for the week on Monday and Tuesday because I have to spend the rest of the week filming videos that I can't film on Monday and Tuesday. So I will definitely check in with y'all tomorrow and let y'all know what's going on. Right now, I'm going to take my phone for one of my ebooks out on the porch because the weather feels amazing, and I'm going to sit out there and read. It is like 7 o'clock at night, and I have read almost nothing today, so I'm going to read one of the books, the ebooks. I think probably I'm going to read the Fiji book because it seems like it's going to be some kind of ridiculous smutty thing, and so I'm just going to read it, be done with it. I will definitely report back as to what it is. I did look at the first page, and I saw 4 different people's names, and I thought maybe book 63 is not the right place to start. Not the place to start a series, but I'm doing it. We'll figure it out. I know that there's a woman named Morgan, and then there's a bunch of other people. Sebastian is with her, and then there's people being mentioned like I don't know. One guy's name might be Mace, like a actual mace, Mace. And then there's somebody named Julian, and there's somebody else named Aaron, and just the names were coming at me, and I was like, I'm supposed to know who these people are, and I really don't. Okay, I'm going to stop talking, try to conserve my voice. Yes, you can also tell I got sunburned yesterday. Let's see. There's the line right there. I definitely got sunburned. So, anyway, I put sunscreen on more than one time. If you want to see the whole trip, the whole hiking adventure, I will link it down. I think I always link it in the description, but it's on my Wanderlost channel. It's called Wanderlost, and it's down below. So if you want to see about the whole hike, it's not on the channel yet, but it will be. Oh, maybe it is by now. I don't know. I'm tired, and I don't feel good, and I'm going to go read a book. I stayed out here reading for about 10 minutes, and that sun is too bright. It's too hot on my face. So I'm going inside to read in my recliner. Okay, we're back. We dropped the Jeep off, and I read, I think I'm at 20% of the Penguin book, and we now have another character, a relative of Veronica's is now on the scene in the book. And I just realized that I have this little penguin stress ball, and Veronica's book is about penguins. I think this is so disturbing. I love it. But when I got this, I thought that you were just supposed to squeeze it like this. So I was like, oh, I love this squeezy thing. And then I showed Wesley because Wesley loves penguins. And I was like, look at this. And he went, yeah. And I was like, oh, no. It feels creepy too when you touch it. I'm not touching it because it makes me, no, I don't like it. Anyway, I like that stress ball. I just don't like how no, that's gross. Anyway, it's already 9:15 now. So it's been an hour since I left, and we just got back home, and, I am 25% of the way through the other book, the Fiji book. I was actually able to read some of it while I sat and waited for Ron to be ready to go. And so now I'm going to listen to Veronica as I get ready for bed. I'm not going to go to sleep, but I want to go lay in the bed. I still haven't heard from my trainer about what's happening, like what my workout and stuff is tomorrow. I also need to go and make sure all my clips have been downloaded so that I actually have things to edit tomorrow. But I'm just going to edit. If my voice sounds better, I am going to film, but I think I'm supposed to film 2 videos tomorrow and 2 videos on Tuesday, and then none on Wednesday. So I might bump and do none tomorrow, 2 Tuesday, 2 Wednesday. I don't know. I like having Wednesdays as my rest day, though, where I try not to do any work. But I don't know how that's going to go. Anyway, I'm tired of yelling at y'all. I'll check in later. All right, I'm going up to bed. But I'm going to take this medicine first. Ron said, okay, because he's got headphones in and he thinks I'm talking to him. Look at him. What are you doing?
I'm meal prepping for the week.
Yeah, he cooks all of our chicken and rice for the whole week.
Well, the rice is about to go on.
And I'm going up to bed and he's cooking. Y'all, also, Skeeter is doing this gagging thing. And I don't know what's going on with her either. Our internet Googling makes us feel like it is acid reflux. That's what we think it is. And so it says, let them have smaller, more frequent meals. I'm like, it's already a pain in the butt to feed these dogs. Now we've got to do it more often. Anyway, I'm going to take this honey Robitussin. It does not taste like honey. It tastes like an evil version of honey. But I'm going to eat it anyway because it does help my throat. And then I'm going upstairs to read. And I'm not going to check in again tonight. Also, because it's dark in my room, I'm not going to video me laying in bed and reading because I don't like to read with the light on. Skeeter's doing it again. Let me go help her. Good morning. I do not feel better at all. I don't know how I sound because y'all are the first people that I've talked to today. I mean, I hear how I sound. And really, that's the only problem. Like, I have a cough. Otherwise, and I can't talk. Otherwise, I feel pretty good. And I slept really well. I woke up at 6 and I was like, maybe I'm about to just be awake. I don't want that to happen, but I went to bed before midnight, which is also not a thing that I do. And so I know that maybe it was the medicine, the cough medicine. Maybe it was just me being sick, but I just couldn't stay awake. So I fell asleep probably like 11:30 or something. And then I woke up at 6 and I had to go to the bathroom, and I thought I was just going to like be awake, but I guess I wasn't. Anyway, I went back to sleep at 7 and I slept till about 8:30. And now it's almost 9 and I have gotten dressed and walked downstairs. That's it. I'm not planning on telling you about my whole week step by step like this, but today is just different. Anyway, I decided I'm not going to the gym today. The good thing about having a rest day in my schedule at the gym is that I can shift it around if I have to. So the good news is I'm not going today. The bad news is I have to go the next 4 days in a row. But that reminds me, my trainer said that she put everything in and I should be able to see it. And for some reason, I could not. Now I can. Okay. Oh, nice. She gave me 2 tasks today. So I'm going to push all of that till tomorrow, which is really good though. Oh, she gave me a little workout to do on my break day. That's just like a core workout. So I guess I'll do that today, where I can at least get something done. So we'll see if I can shift it, but at least I can do these things and we can see how it works with the shifting. Anyway, okay. You're not here for my workout stuff. Although I almost did here's my outfit of the day. I'm wearing some shorts that I just got last year and they're too big for me. So we talked about this. I talked about, do I want to put this on this channel or on the Wanderlost channel? And I guess more people were like, just put it here. This is about you and reading. So so she put on my thing for me to do the in-body scan today, which I'm not doing today because I'm not going to the gym, but I will do it tomorrow morning when I go to the gym. And I know I mentioned this before, but what the in-body does is it scans your whole body and it measures your skeletal muscle mass and your body fat percentage, and then how much weight that you weigh, how much of that is fat and how much of that is muscle, and it's like a percentage and pounds on the muscle. Okay. Anyway, total pounds for my whole entire body. So I did this in January, I think is probably the first time I did it, sometime around January. And then I did it again in March, which is why I want to do it again now. But anyway, from the first to the second time was I lost 4 pounds total over my whole entire body. But the big part, the 4 pounds, is not a huge thing over a 6-week period. The big thing is that I gained 8 pounds of muscle and I lost 3% body fat. I think it was 3. I can't really remember. Django is here to say good morning. It's also almost time for him to eat, and he's been having a weird night because I made him sleep downstairs in the kennel with Skeeter since she's doing the weird. He's sad. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, I told y'all that, I think, when I did that next in-body, so it's time for me to do another one. And it's weird because you have to do it on a day after you didn't work out the day before. And on the day that you do it, you can't eat or drink anything before you go do it. So there's a lot of weird things. And I'm hoping that my body has recovered enough that it's not going to think that I did a workout yesterday. I mean, my legs, especially my calves, are still so sore. But the best news to report after my huge hike is that there's no joint pain. My ankles aren't hurting, my knees are not hurting, my hips are not hurting. Everything feels so good as far as joints. It is literally just my muscles that were overworked and are completely broken. So anyway, that is one of the things that I have been working on this journey. So I don't know any kind of diagnosis other than PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I've had that for years, which is why I couldn't get pregnant for the longest time. And we can talk about the infertility journey later if anybody wants to talk about that. But I took medication to get pregnant and it worked for me. Sometimes it doesn't work for people. It worked for me. And one of the other things about PCOS is that your body reacts differently to working out and weight loss and all that kind of stuff. And doctors don't want to talk to you about it. I hope that if you have it, then you have a doctor that is very knowledgeable in it and discusses all the different variations of PCOS that are out there. But I have never found a doctor that discussed it with me at all, except for the very first doctor who gave me the fertility meds. Okay, Ron just came home. I have no idea what I was saying other than I was talking about PCOS. Anyway, so all of that to say, it is very difficult for me to lose weight unless I practically starve myself. So I know that that's not going to work. I'm definitely not going to do that. I'm trying to be smarter about this whole thing, and that is starting with moving my body and working out. So it feels so fantastic to just feel better in my skin. And now we're back to the shorts that I put on this morning. They're too big. And I only lost 4 pounds, but something about and I may have lost more since then. That was a month and a half ago. So I haven't gone back to weigh, of course, because I haven't checked in. So maybe I've lost more than 4 pounds. Hopefully I've lost at least something. But to me, watching the change of the gaining the muscle and how that feels, where I can bend down and pick things up and squat down and not, like, I don't know, it's just like my body feels sturdier and less fragile. I don't know. There were times over the last few years where if it was snow or ice outside, I would be walking like so incredibly gingerly, like I was 80 instead of 40, just because I was so afraid of how my body was going to react if my leg went one way or something. And so anyway, just having more muscle makes me feel better. Anyway, all that to say, I am not stopping the workouts. And while sometimes I wake up and think, I don't want to do this today, the majority of the time, I'm like, all right, this is what we do. We work out because we want muscle, because we like how the muscle makes us feel. So that's what I want to do. So it's easier now to see, to tell myself, like, this is what you like to do, or at least you know that it's beneficial and it feels good. Let's go do it. So anyway, that is my morning. But let me tell you what I did last night. So after I went and got in the bed, I told y'all that I was reading those 2 different books, How the Penguins Saved Veronica and Fiji, the Around the World in 80 Men. Okay. So what I started doing is something I've never done before, but I read a chapter in one book, and then I would switch and do a chapter in the other book, and then switch and do a chapter in that one. And I went back and forth last night, and I did it again this morning when I woke up between 6 and 7 before I went back to sleep. And I am 93 pages into, I'm at chapter 13, as you can see, on Around the World in 80 Men, and 69% of the way through it. And then the other one, I'm 36% of the way through. It's significantly longer than the other one, but I'm also chapter 19 of it. And I love how the Penguins saved Veronica. I think it's going to be really good. Old lady Veronica does have a little bit of an attitude. And I'm not going to tell y'all anything that's not on the side of on the back of the thing. So I can't give away a lot except to say that she saw a documentary of people taking care of penguins, and she doesn't have any family members. And she was like, that's what I need to do with my money when I die, is give it to the penguins. But first I want to see them. So she wheedled her way into a visit. I mean, she's definitely a character. She's something. I would be mad if I were the people that she just showed up. She's 86 years old. Anyway, if you need a book with an older protagonist, then pick Veronica. She's the best. Her family member that joined the story is kind of learning about her the same way we are, or the same time we are. And so that's nice to have those 2 perspectives as we go through. Anyway, the other book, I have figured out some people. Morgan is the high-priced call girl that I told y'all about. Sebastian is her bodyguard. They are just friends, and he spends the week with her whenever she goes with a client. They just go from one client to the next. And apparently some of the clients have been really nice and some of the clients have been kind of stalkerish. But this new client on this island is called Mace. And pretty much it's exactly what I thought it was. They are paying for her for a week. And one of her previous clients that kind of fell in love with her, he has deposited a ton of money in her account because he wants her to be able to quit doing what she's doing, and just be with him. So it does seem like there is a underlying storyline that's going along. Anyway, it's ridiculous and I don't like it at all. And I'm going to read y'all a passage that I highlighted in this book because it kind of just sums up the way the writing is. It is so earnest, right? Like it's like right after they've had an encounter outside on the beach, all right? She said she was never going to look at a full moon without thinking of him, number one. Then it says, they both tilted their heads to see the majestic orb above their heads, shining a glow on all of the lovers across the land and sea. That's what I mean. The majestic orb. And she also takes that same imagery and applies it to body parts when things are happening. So overall, the book is not good. And the writing is very weird. So anyway, all of that to say, I'm really enjoying the Penguin book. I'm really not enjoying the Fiji book, but I'm going to get it done today. 69% of the way through. I'm already on page 93. I only have to go to 130. So that's going to happen. Maybe I'll take some time this morning to do that because I clearly cannot film. But I do need to just decide like what I'm going to do today and work my way through these books and what I have to do. So I'm going to do all of that off camera because this vlog is already going to be super long, apparently. I don't know how to film a weekly vlog because I've been filming daily ones for so long where I tell you every single thing I'm doing through my day. So it's really hard for me not to. So I'm just going to say I'm going to do the work I can do without talking, and I'm going to be reading these books in the background. I got fettuccine Alfredo. Ron got what?
Chicken parm.
Chicken parm. Wesley got Alfredo with broccoli.
And chicken.
And what?
And chicken.
And chicken. And we are celebrating. Wesley graduated from high school. Okay, we came in Five and Below to kill some time and also walk after we ate all that food. And I found this, The Horrors of Dating. It's a coloring book and each page has the outdoor bro and then a coloring page. This is Hat Girl and then there she is. Oh my gosh, fantastic. The Horrors of Dating. Okay, now I have to find my people. There are more people in here than I want to see. There they are. Okay, Ron has found something amazing.
Take that with a grain of salt.
This pet sunglasses. Wesley, don't we have to get these?
Yeah, you're not going to get that on either way.
Django would wear them.
For the dog.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think maybe you
That'd
can
be
get these on
hilarious.
Django. You aren't getting a single thing on Skeeter.
No, I don't think I can get it on Skeeter either. I'm wondering, that's just one single thing? Like, I need to see a picture of an animal with it on. How does it go exactly? All right.
You know they're not going to add that.
We're not supposed to be buying things in here, so I guess I'm not going to get it, but I really want to. All right, we walked down from Five and Below to the mall, and right outside the food court is the Barnes & Noble, so I am in the Barnes & Noble, and I came in knowing that I was buying nothing, and that is kind of torturous, but oh well. Here we go. We're still just killing time. I'll explain why when we get in the car, but killing time in a Barnes & Noble is not good because there's so many things that I want in here. Okay. But it feels good to walk after eating all that food in Olive Garden. Hello. We have had a little day, even though we didn't plan on it. Wow, sorry. That was bumpy. Okay, so a couple of things. Number one, Wesley finished school yesterday. And so I mentioned that. And I had told him that we were going to do a celebratory lunch for him finishing school wherever he wanted to go. And he chose Olive Garden, which y'all saw a little bit of that. And then we realized that one of our friends' sons, graduated from high school yesterday. And they're doing a little graduation party. Oh my gosh, it's heavy. I have to hold my arm up like this. They're doing a graduation party at their house for him from 2 to 5 today. And it was 1:07 when we realized this. And we were half a mile from their house. So the consensus was that we did not drive back to our house, which is 25 minutes away, and then come back into town to their house, that we just waited and killed some time. So that's what we did. And so now we're headed over to their house. We're going to say, congratulations. I am sick and don't feel good. So congratulations to him. And we will miss y'all because they're also moving. So it's kind of like a congrats and bye at the same time. So we'll stick around for a few minutes and say hi and talk to them and all that stuff. And then we're going to go. So on the way over here, though, I listened to some more of the Veronica the Penguins, how the penguins say Veronica. And it is getting kind of deep and heavy. I mean, I kind of knew that her life had been not great and awful, but I didn't really understand why she had made some of the choices that she made. And I still feel like I can't even say things, or it gives away a lot. But anyway, it's very good. It is so much better than I thought it would be for a quick Google of a book set in Antarctica. And the penguins are adorable. Hearing about the penguins is so fun. So that's it. I'm going to go hang out with our friends for a little bit and then head back home to get some work done. I've edited a video today and started editing another one. I need to finish a couple more. So later. Okay. Just because this is something new that I've never had before, I got a cake pop from Starbucks. Yes. And it is cookies and cream. I'm going to try it. And then I'm going home to work out. So let me eat this cake pop before I go to the gym. Okay. That is incredibly delicious. It does have 15 grams of sugar in it, though. So I'm glad I'm going to work out. Wow, that is very sweet. Okay. I don't think I've had anything that much straight sugar in a really long time. All right, I'll see y'all at the gym. Okay, I just finished at the gym. Ugh, let me turn the air off. All right, it's not going to be off for very long because I'm hot, but I just finished at the gym. Today was arm day, and then I walked a little bit afterwards. Y'all, it's 4:20 in the afternoon. How did this day fly by so fast? Anyway, I am 75% of the way through with How the Penguins Saved Veronica, and it is adorable. It is so stinking cute. If y'all like historical fiction or even contemporary, because most of it takes place in 2012, and then there are flashbacks to the 40s. So I guess if you want a flashback book as well, it's not complete flashbacks, it's flashbacks in a diary. So anyway, also, oh my gosh. Okay, I think I told you already, this weekend Ron and I went camping. Well, we were going to camp, and we hiked, and there were so many ticks that we decided not to camp. That was on Saturday. This at like 11 o'clock today, right before we left to go to lunch with Wesley, I felt something right here on my neck, and I said, Ron, oh my gosh, now I've made my hair itch. I said, Ron, come here and look at this, and it was a tick climbing, crawling out of my hair, or maybe it had been right there on the edge of my hair. I don't know, but now I'm freaking out about it. So I'm gonna go home and wash my hair again and try to comb it out. But look at this mess. My hair is so big and thick. It is so hot. I told Ron, I said, I'm gonna have to shave my head. I'm just gonna have to shave my head and be done with all of it. I cannot have ticks in my hair. Oh my gosh. Everything, the whole time we were eating lunch, I was like, I'm sure there are ticks in my hair. Like, I cannot get over it. And so that's why as soon as we got back from lunch, I was like, I'm going straight to the gym so I can go home. Now I'm going to take a shower, wash my hair, see what I can do. But I don't know, other than I'm going to have to make Ron. He looked through my hair the night we got home and he was like, there's nothing there. Oh my gosh. Usually he's the most thorough person in our house, checking for things, looking for things. But for some reason, when I need him to thoroughly check my big mound of hair for ticks, he apparently missed something. Anyway, I'm going to go home and take a shower. And I'm turning this air back on, it's hot. But please go get Veronica, How the Penguin Saved Veronica. Good morning. Oh, wow. First of all, my hair is big. Let me just get part of it back out of my face. It is Tuesday morning, and I feel good, except for the coughing and all of the drainage issues keeping me from being able to talk. So usually as the day goes on, my voice gets better. First of all, I washed my hair again, and we did an incredibly thorough inspection, mostly because I was freaking out about it, and Ron found nothing in my head. So as I was in the shower, I just had this vision that all of these ticks were going to fall out of my head. I'm sorry if that's gross. I feel like I'm living in one of those horror books where things just keep popping up over and over. And like eventually I'll turn into a tick or something, like a metamorphosis situation. Anyway, I'm trying to do actual filming today. I have made my list over here with like 2 things I want to film and 3 things I want to edit. I got a couple of things edited yesterday, which felt good to at least do a little bit of work. I am supposed to do a leg workout today, which I'm a little concerned about because my legs are still sore from Saturday's hike. Yes, they are, even though it's Tuesday. And at least it's just, the only thing that's sore now is my calves, and mostly like the front part of my calves, like the part of your leg that lifts your toes up and down. That's the part that is really sore right now. So I looked at the workouts that my trainer has for me, and it doesn't look like it is, that it's going to be too bad. So I'm going to go do that. My Bible study is having technical difficulties this morning, so I'm waiting for them to be able to get connected so I can do that. And then I'm going to the gym. But I'm having a little crunchy granola bar for breakfast, my trusty Diet Dr. Pepper. And oh my gosh, I finished How the Penguin Saved Veronica. How did I bury the lead there? It was great. I think I'm giving it 5 stars. I mean, it was great. I really just loved the timing. Also, I was thinking about that last night too. I loved how the author gave each of the characters like enough space to grow before everything kind of converged together. I really, really enjoyed it. I did not finish Fiji because I just couldn't force myself to read more than I did yesterday. I'm on page 103, which is kind of weird. It means I read 90 pages in one day, and then I read like 15 pages the next day. But oh my gosh, it's not good. And I'm just finishing it because I need to finish it. I'm going to give it 2 stars. I know I am when I'm done. But anyway, I'm going to finish that today for sure because I want to read the next issue of Saga. And I also want to read the ebook. Oh, My Father's Daughter. I was like, I forgot what else I'm reading. My Father's Daughter. So since I've finished How to Save the Penguins, How the Penguin Saved Veronica, I've started Seeds of War. I barely started Seeds of War. Last night I read 1 chapter and then I was like, okay, I got to go to sleep. So I'm going to be working on that for the rest of the month. Today's the 27th. So I have 4 days to do that book. That's definitely going to happen. That'll be great. And then I'm still working my way. I didn't mention this at the beginning of the week, but I'm still working my way through Tower of Dogs. Because this is only physical, I have Seeds of War on audio, so I'm listening and following along. But this one is only physical, so I have to take the time to read the chapters. And I was supposed to read a chapter a day, and I think I'm 2 days behind. So maybe I need to read 3 chapters today. I don't know. But my goal today is to finish Fiji, finish Saga, and then I don't necessarily have to start on My Father's Daughter. I could start on it tomorrow, but if I could finish it, that would be great. So I think that might be all right now. I still think I'm kind of sleepy and my brain is not awake yet. So that might change later today, but when I'm working out, I'm going to be listening to Seeds of War. I needed to get all the characters straight in my head, so I was following along in the book. But once I know who all the characters are, I'm not going to have to follow along as much. Okay, that's it for now. I do have some other stuff that I want to show y'all with my reading journal that's going to be starting in June. But I'm going to save that and show y'all later. Okay, I'll see you in a little while. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. My throat is a little bit better, but I'm going to have to yell because I have you kind of far away from me because I'm driving. Anyway, I just went to the library for just a couple minutes. You guys look what's on the shelf. This is the brand new books. Like when we get new books into the library, they go up on this shelf. And so I took a picture and I sent it to QWERTY and I said, hey, look what's on the new bookshelf, because I just ordered it from her to go on the shelf. Anyway, I have to cough. Okay, also, one of my very sweet coworkers said, here, I have your going away gift in this cute purple bag. First of all, she got me a ton of little pops, like tiny pops, like this size. And they're all Lord of the Rings. So they're going to be behind me. Y'all know I don't like the Lord of the Rings books, but I love the Lord of the Rings movies. And she also got me a candle that is from Lord of the Rings. And when you burn it, it has the ring in it. It has a ring in it when you get to the bottom. So that's going to go in my new office when I set everything up. Once we move, I'm going to put that on the shelf and burn it. I think it's scentless. It doesn't have a smell. So that'll just be for the vibes, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to say? Okay. Second thing, she got a bag for Ron. She got him a gift, and she got us a whole family gift. This has got to be a game board because her husband is retired from the military, and so what he does is he hosts game nights at Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble provides him with the games to play, and that's what they do. So Ron's calling me. I'm gonna go answer him. I'll be right back. Okay, so I forgot. Oh yeah, she got all those gifts, and I tried to call Ron because I was gonna take his gift to him, but he was in a meeting and he just called me back. So when I get done with lunch and go back on base, I'm gonna he's gonna come meet me at the library and open his gift. So I think that's everything. Oh no, I finished reading Fiji. I literally had those 8 pages left, and I was like, let me finish this ridiculous book. And it's still ridiculous. She somehow, the man that she was hired to be with for the week, she figured out what he needed, which was to go back to what he wanted instead of what he felt like he needed to do. And she was real rude to him one day and made him mad on purpose because she said, I have a plan and I'm going to make him see and make him remember this lesson. I don't know. The whole thing was ridiculous and I did not like it, and I'm glad it's over. So that's it. I'm done with that one. So when I get back to the library, I am going to cut out some more stuff for them. I spent the whole hour that I was there cutting out and listening to Seeds of War. So when I get back there, I'm going to cut out a few more things that they need cut out. And then I'm going to start a little rotation. And I'm going to do my physical book, Tower of Dogs, my ebook, My Father's Daughter, and my audiobook, Seeds of War. So I'm going to read through those 3 things, kind of circling around. I might do 2 chapters of the audiobook so I can do the puzzle for 1 chapter and crochet for the other chapter. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it in 20-minute increments instead of chapters, because sometimes the chapters are like 7 minutes. So that's not really long enough. So I don't know how I'll do it, but we'll see. Anyway, and yeah, that's it. So I'm headed to lunch, grabbing some butter chicken. I'm so excited. And then I'm probably going to bring back the leftovers. I usually have leftovers when I order it, and I will eat those either tonight for dinner or tomorrow for lunch. But that's it. And I will bring y'all along, show you some things. I kind of want to stay in town and go to a bookstore, but that's a bad decision on my part. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back to the library and do what I intended to do before I let the whole day slip by. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't make it back to the library. So that is my plan, is to just go eat and then leave. But, oh man, where we're eating is over. We don't have a Michael's here. We have a Hobby Lobby, but there's also a Joann's, and they're going out of business. So I might go to the Joann's. It's on my way out of town. We will see if I talk myself into going to Joann's or not, but I'm not going to go to Hobby Lobby. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to maybe go to Joann's on my way out. That's only if I feel like getting out of the car. I might not do it. I wish y'all could see this pile of mess beside me. I have both presents. Well, all three of the gifts, 2 bags and 1 wrapped present. I have my purse. I have my drink, my extra drink. And I have my bag with my crochet stuff and my books and everything in it. Oh, that's another thing. At the library, I need to print out my sheets. I brought them with me. I just need to remember to do it. So, anyway, I'm going to go. And I'm going to, I hope that this worked. Because the other day I tried to film something in the car and there was no audio. All right. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. First of all, this is what the seat looked like with all the gifts. This is my leftover butter chicken. Yummy. With some naan bread. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So I had a great lunch with my friend. Moving is hard. Saying goodbye to people is hard. And figuring out how to plan to move and like just packing. They're a couple of weeks ahead of us in their packing situation. And it's just hard. Like all of it is hard. Anyway, I've decided that I don't like my hair down in the back like this at all. So I'm gonna fix it real quick. Anyway, I just also remembered that I need to go drop off. That probably means I'm definitely going to Joann's, because I was gonna take the bypass around the town and not go into Joann's and not even drive by it. But I remembered that Ron asked me to drop off some stuff back there that we're donating. So I need to go into town to donate it. And when I go into town, I'm going to go right by Joann's. So now I'm like, I should probably go. I wish I could wear my hair down, but it's very hot. I mean, it's not very hot. It's 77 degrees outside. My hair is what's hot. My hair makes me hot. There's so much of it. It almost looks like a lion's mane with all the colors in it right now. Anyway, I don't mind it with my glasses back, like a headband. Maybe I need a headband. I don't know. Then you can see all the gray around here. I'm about to get that taken care of. Oh my gosh. Stop worrying about my dang hair. Okay. I'm going to put my hair back up in a ponytail. Why is there a car just sitting behind me? I guess I'm waiting for that to be done. And then I'm going to go drop off this stuff and go back to the library. I'm not going to go to Joann's. Wow. This is the longest ridiculous argument with myself that I have had in a long time. I'm not going to Joann's. I'm going to go drop off this stuff and then I'm leaving. Then I'm leaving town. I'm going back to the library. Okay, I got my wheels set up for today on this side. I've got the live stream on this side We're doing productivity sprints. There's the chat over there on this side. So this is my setup. I have to stack my microphone up on these books. Anyway, good morning. It's Thursday. I didn't even say that. And I am sprinting. Of course, y'all saw that. I have my breakfast of champions. That's really all I have right now. I don't have anything that's easy to eat other than I have to make eggs. So there's like nothing that I don't have to cook. So I didn't eat anything yet. I finished Seeds of War. It's under a pile of books. Hold on. Here's my, here it is, Seeds of War. And I'll just pop a picture up. I don't want to hold this the whole time. Hold that book up, whatever. It's the biggest one that I had from the SPFBO non-finalist. I thought it was really good. Like, I don't know how that's a non-finalist. That was so good. Maybe there were just a lot better books that year. I don't know. I am a little sad that I liked it so much, which is a dumb way to feel. But now I want to read the next book in the series. And so I'm like, ugh. I definitely am not doing that. I don't even know if it's out. I don't even know if they've written another book. But I really like the characters. I like where this left off and kind of got going again. I am really excited about all of that. So I'm going to spend my day doing these sprints. And I will check back in with y'all later. I'm going to be working on Tower of Dogs for my physical read. And since I finished Seeds of War, I don't have another audiobook. And I'm thinking about not reading an audiobook for the rest of the month. That's not true because, well, at least not today. I think I'm not going to read one today. And then I'm actually going to end this video tomorrow and I'll tell y'all what's going to be happening over the weekend. And then I'll start my next vlog on Sunday night, June 1st, and tell you what June 1st was like and what June is going to be like. Another date night, another trip to Walmart. We need to get moving stuff, right? These are for Legos, aren't they? Okay, we don't know how much they cost. We have to find a scanner. But guess what I'm not getting is a notebook. My brain is not freaking out on me, and so we're fine without one. Anyway, Ron is searching Walmart for a scanner at this point. We also are on the lookout for a suitcase for Wesley. And I'm wondering, here they are. I found the suitcase as well. That's amazing. But the problem is I don't know what size we actually need. Okay, I'm thinking they might not have them anymore in here. Okay, this one has better like handle things. Anyway, we found a suitcase for Wesley. I meant closure handles on the top of it. And then we found some containers for Legos. So, successful Walmart trip with no books purchased and no notebooks. Do you want a notebook? The answer is no. Okay, hello. Something is going on with my microphone where it's all of a sudden really quiet. Let me do something. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's not super quiet, but anyway. I am gonna call this vlog done, even though I didn't finish anything else. Well, let's check in on where I am on the things that I wanted to read this week. So, out of these 5 books that I wanted to get done, I got done all but one. I am on chapter 4 of My Father's Daughter. Y'all, I'm loving this book so much. You can only get it physical or on Kindle, but it was cheaper. It's actually cheaper to buy it physically than on the Kindle. But I didn't want to wait, so I went ahead and got it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. And I'm only on chapter 4. It's not a very long book anyway, but I'm going to continue working on it. But I got 4 books done this week, which was really good and definitely what I wanted to get done. So I'm really happy with everything that happened. And I got some good stuff and some not so good stuff read this week. And that's it. I am going to go. It is almost the end of May. I'm about to kick off a book side quest with my channel members, and we're going to be doing that for the weekend, reading just random books from a secret game that I haven't revealed or talked about yet. Maybe I talked about it in like a little sneak peek way, but anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. And then June 1st starts on Sunday, and all the chaos of all the readathons will be starting. So that is going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Leave me a high five for the 5 books that I wanted to read. I didn't quite get there, but I got close. So give me a high five, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.